All right, we just got our hands on the new Macs, the Mac Studio, as well as the new MacBook Air in that new color. This is that sky blue. Let's open them up. All right, fellas, what do we start with?
I say start with the Mac Studio. Blue.
Okay, Air.
Lighter.
With the Air?
Yeah.
Sorry, Oscar. New guy loses.
First L.
First L. Alrighty. Perfection. Whew, that's looking good already. Now, I did get a chance to preview this, but it's different when it's at home. So I'm excited. That actually looks a lot bluer than I thought. We also have a matching MagSafe cable over here. So it's got that sky blue look. Of course, you get your paperwork. And for the charger, this is the 35 watt with 2 USB-C ports. So if you want to charge your MacBook and your phone, you can do it right from here, although 35 watts. But anywho, let's get to this new color. Oh man. Oh man. This is a lot bluer than it looked like when I first saw it. So this is Apple's new sky blue. When there's like direct light on it, it looks pretty silver, but any kind of shade, and we're looking at a much bluer laptop. Now, of course, there are other colors as well. Midnight, starlight, silver, and now sky blue. All those colors have to do with the sky, except for silver. Silver's messing it up. We need like a moon silver. Boom, Apple. Apple, you can use that. You've got my permission. Listen, I might have a future in naming products. Sony, you need me. So obviously, sky blue is a new color, but the design, pretty much the same thing that we're used to, but it is upgraded with Apple's new M4 chip. So that means it's gonna have more power. It also has an improved webcam. So now this webcam is a 12 megapixel camera. That's similar to what we saw with the new MacBook Pros with the M4 chips. Upgraded camera, better quality, center stage, all that good stuff. And in terms of ports, we're looking at 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, MagSafe to charge, and your headphone jack. Now, obviously with an M4 chip, there are gonna be some improvements. Now you're gonna be able to use 2 monitors while using this. So you could potentially have 3 monitors set up, including the screen here. That's not something you could do before, but you can now. But the most important thing with the new Airs, price tag, baby. They've all dropped $100, and that's great because this 13-inch model you can now get for $999, cheaper than a 16 Pro Max, and the 15-inch model goes for $1199. And that's actually really good because that makes it more accessible for students. Plus with the student discount, makes it even cheaper. So Apple definitely knows what they're doing with this one. They sell more of these than any other computer that they sell, which makes sense because you can get a lot done with these. So let's talk about a more expensive Mac. All right, y'all, this is one that I've been waiting for, the new Mac Studio. Now, if you know the Mac Mini, this is basically the bigger version, way more powerful. Obviously, this is meant for a studio-like setting where you're working on professional projects, whether that's video, music, whatever. This is the one you want. I love that this has a similar unboxing experience to the iMac. Oh, failure. Now, up top, you got your paperwork, quick start guide, warranty information, simple, very Apple. And also included is this super thick braided power cable, and that's pretty much all you get. Everything else is pretty much on you in terms of like a keyboard, mouse, monitor, but if you're looking at this, you probably know that. All right, so here it is. Now, we don't have a new design over here, but what's more important is what's inside. This thing can be configured to be an absolute behemoth. Now, there are gonna be 2 versions. There's the M4 Max, which is what we have over here, and also the M3 Ultra. Now, it might get a little bit confusing because, 4 is higher than 3, but the Ultra is the big boy. Now, we said this on the channel before, but the upgrades for Apple's chips are pretty linear. They all kind of stand in their own space, whether that's the regular one, the Pro, the Max, the Ultra. Just having a higher number doesn't make it better than the higher tiers. Now, we're gonna talk about this M4 Max and the M3 Ultra in a second, but just taking a look around here. So in the back, we've got 4 Thunderbolt 5 ports, 10 gigabit Ethernet, power, 2 USB A's, HDMI, as well as your headphone jack and power button. Now up front, we've got 2 USB ports as well, but you don't get Thunderbolt up front with the M4 Max. You get Thunderbolt up here if you have the M3 Ultra. And of course, you've got your SD card reader as well. But largely, it's the same body. You can get a ton of power in this little chassis. I'm still mad about my Mac Pros, but we won't go there. Yeah, right, Gene? We just won't do it.
So hold me back! Oh, okay, then go for it.
Now, of course, we're gonna do some testing to see how good the M4 Max is, to see if it makes up for this being a Max instead of Ultra. I know for sure we're getting that M3 Ultra because that thing is insane. Check it out, with the very base model of the M4 Max, you get 36 gigs of RAM, and that's upgradable up to 128 gigs. Now with each model, you have 2 chip options if you want more cores for better performance. Now that's it for the M4 Max, but the M3 Ultra is different. With the base model, you get 96 gigs of RAM, all the way up to 512, which is like half a terabyte of RAM, which makes no sense. And you also can upgrade your storage up to 16 terabytes. So if you max out everything, you're looking at like 14 grand before tax. Oscar, you wanna hook us up? What's up, man? Stop playing.
Oh, no, my car's gonna get declined.
But that is a staggering price for some staggering specs. Now you're probably wondering, why do you need that much RAM? And I've actually seen the use cases where it kind of makes sense. Obviously AI is becoming a big thing, but I've seen programs that work on large language models, basically the brains of the AI. And guys, I've seen one program use 275 gigs of RAM, which I can't even fathom. But the craziest thing to see was having that program running those large language models using up so much RAM work alongside like 4 or 5 other programs at the same time. And that M3 Ultra did not slow down at all. You could barely hear the fans. It is absolutely insane. And if you max that out, you could be running that thing for like 10 years easy. Thank God that's not our workflow. We don't need all that. 256 maybe, right? That'll be nice.
Yeah.
You gonna chip in?
No, Apple gonna give it.
No, they clearly aren't.
No, napkin on a paper clip.
No. So yeah, I'm still trying to work out the numbers in my head so we can pick what makes sense. But for now, we'll test out the M4 Max. Maybe we don't need all that, Gene. Relax a little bit, man. So clearly, I'm excited to upgrade the workstations that we have here. I'm glad I did not cave and buy an M2 Ultra. We gotta test this guy out. Gene, you ready?
Yes.
All right, that means more work, more videos.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions on the new Mac Studio or the new MacBook Air. Videos to come. Catch y'all later. Peace.